drag racing fan between the slicks, the most diverse drag racing talk show, in my humble opinion, out there right now. And I'm the Monday Morning Racer. We are live. Destroyer 1320. He says, hit the like button on the way in. MMR works hard for us. You know, I do try for you fans. I'm a fan. Want to have great guests on. Want it to be a diverse show and have interesting characters on throughout the spectrum of drag racing. Not just champions, not just winners, not just drivers. The whole spectrum, because that is between the slicks. Dale, I am doing great. Hope you are doing well. Doug 12. Hey, someone on Periscope, Twitter. Awesome to see that. Thank you, man, for sharing on Twitter and being a follower there. I appreciate that. Folks, yes, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and at the track. Someone that I want to bring in right now, though, a special guest, a guest that I did not mention as I wait for the first guest. We will have on tonight Lucas from Hero Soap Company. Look forward to hearing from him as a freshly baptized individual into Nitro and sponsoring on a car, as well as Gabriel Burrell. He will be in, and he is the most recent A-Gas winner for the Southeast Gassers. So, special guest, my co-host on the newest drag racing talk show, the Competition Plus Power Hour. That is Slammin' Sam. Sam, how's it going tonight?
What's up? What is up, Monday Morning Racer? Lee, it's like been a couple of days and here we are again talking, right?
Here we are again. It worked out. Providence, I love it. Good to have you on, man. And look, let's talk a little bit about Power Hour. Folks, if you're out there, you haven't heard, Competition Plus, brand new show, Power Hour, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Sam, what did you think of the first episode?
Well, first, can you hear me? Wait, better take my mask off. If you haven't done already, everybody, please go and check it out. Competition Plus Power Hour is two guys. It's myself, Slammin' Sam, from Outlaw Performance ENT, In the Groove Podcast, and Mad Bro Motorsports. It's two guys talking everything drag racing, right? Getting the message out to everybody across the world, no matter what state, country, whatever you're in. We want to tell you our opinions on drag racing. We want to get more fans. So it's, like I said, it's two guys on one of the greatest platforms that we have for drag racing. And we're given the greatest opportunities to pretty much tell you guys what's on our mind.
Yes, we're going to be telling you all what is on our minds. And folks, I can tell you, and I already noticed from the first show, that our minds aren't necessarily always in sync on what's happening in the world of drag racing. Sam, I just want to let you know, man, I'm right.
No, see, what your fans don't know yet, and because you were on my show, I'm just going to let them know, you're still mad about some cereal thing that's got you all twisted in the world. And I just can't shake him of it because he doesn't think that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal. So he's got this illusion. So what I equate it to is him hiding, wait a minute, behind his glasses and telling the world the untruth. I mean, I don't know what to say about it anymore, but I think if, someday you'll see the light from those sunshades and we'll switch you of that cereal. But I do like your drag racing opinions, though.
Oh, man, look, you went for the shades. That's low. You went for the shades.
So man, I got on you, man.
Look, I can see perfectly fine through the shades. Thank you very much. Thank you. And if anyone has been a longtime fan, they know why the shades come off, and it's for good reason. Because oftentimes, the only reason they come off is really when fans of drag racing get gypped by either a track, promoter, driver themselves, because there are some injustices out there, and we might talk about them every now and then. Sam, look, man, we got a big show coming Tuesday night. Tell the folks out there on Between the Slicks, who do we have on Power Hour?
On the second installment of Power Hour, brought to you by Competition Plus Magazine, we have the modern day how do I even say this, Lee? I'm just going to say it. Forget it. I'm not even going to look for anything cliche. We have John Force. The John Force will be on our show. And the guy that's hot on his coattail, Stevie Fast Jackson. I mean, two of the hands down, probably if they're not in your top five, then I don't know what racing you've been watching. But I can say two of the greats in our sport will be on Competition Plus Power Hour next Tuesday. So if you haven't done it already, get over there, so you can watch it.
Yes, like.
Oh wait,
Competition
you're gonna be on there too, though.
That's right. I'm gonna be on there too. Yeah, people,
me too.
I mean, people are going to come because of Monday Morning Racer. We know that. We know that.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have John Force and Stevie Fast Jackson. It is nice. It is nice. Hey, speaking of having people, Lucas, can you hear us down there? Wave for us. Can you hear us? All right. We'll be bringing you on in just a few moments, man. And we'll talk with Lucas and the world of drag racing, how he sees it in sponsorship. Sam, look, we got to let you go here in a few moments because you have got a show to record. Who you got, man?
Tonight I got a namesake, keeping it in the Smith family. We have the Angie Smith coming on tonight. That will drop next Thursday on our podcast, In the Groove Podcast. You can look at us and check us out, like I said, on all the social medias, but it's all under Outlaw Performance ENT. Check us out on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, Anchor, Podbean, whatever podcast you listen to. If you're not listening to In the Groove or the Competition Plus Power Hour, you're missing out. Again, thanks, Lee, for the time here on your show, Between the Slicks. I am Slammin' Sam, and I appreciate the love, man. Like, share, subscribe to this man. He's doing great things, and he is a great part of telling the great stories that we have here in drag racing.
And it's all made greater because of the shades. Sam, look, thank you, man, for being on here, kicking off the show. Look, make sure to put in the comments links to Outlaw Performance Entertainment. Till next time, man, on the Power Hour later.
Keep smashing that loud pedal.
All right, folks, we are going to bring on our first guest from Hero Soap Company in just a few moments. I want to bring up Jason's comment. He says, glad to see Sega getting more coverage, especially one of those flying the Ford banner for them. Yes, man, I agree, man. I like my Fords. Gene Cromer, Ford Power in his 41 Willis way back in the day, and even today, right now in the Moonlighter. Yes, love to give Sega a little bit more coverage, get them on a talk show like this. I love all forms of drag racing, and it is hot right now with the Southeast Gassers. Well, a word from Hero Soap Company, and then the man himself is on. Hero Soap Company is a veteran-owned establishment that produces all-natural, essential oils-infused soap that is sold with a portion of the proceeds supporting other veteran groups. Hero Soap Company. Heroes supporting heroes. Be a hero yourself and buy a bar and let freedom clean. Folks, Lucas here on with us. Man, how you doing tonight? Uh-oh. Lucas, we can't hear you. Can you hear us? All right, he can hear us. We're going to let him work that out, and I will go to full screen and keep talking for me, Lucas. We'll figure out what's going on with you so we can get you in, because definitely want to hear from you. So, folks, later on, we've got Gabriel, the winner of the Southeast Gassers A-Gas from the Shady Side event. Definitely looking forward to that. And no, Lucas, you are ready to go. So check that volume for me. Jason, yes, maybe repaint the Willis on the backdrop behind you to look like the Moonlighter. Well, interesting story. So Chip Lofton, I'm at strutmasters.com, the headquarters there. Chip had a Willis back in the day as well. He ran B-Gas, actually, and that is Chip Lofton's Willis. He's actually here in the showroom, and he's got it in the collection. So, yeah, that's why it looks a little different. It looks very similar to Gene's, but a little different shade of blue. But I definitely love the Gasser era, and it's great to see it back. And in particular, I'm fond mostly of the Willises. Definitely, I love the 41 Willises. They look great, and I love them as modern pro mods too. I wish more pro mods were out there running those type of schemes. Lucas, how we doing down there? Still can't hear you, man. Keep working it out. Maybe try the phone if you're not on the phone. Maybe try that. Well, folks, Doug chimes in here and says, hopefully Stevie Fast Jackson will be talking about a win at the World Street Nationals. Yes, that is coming up, definitely, the World Street Nationals, and he may very well be talking about that. The man has been on a roll. But what I am going to find interesting to talk to him about on the Power Hour Tuesday night is he had a challenging year when you look at NHRA Pro Mod in particular. You know, the World Door Slammer Nationals, the car, he loses it on the top end, and he had issues later on in testing. So, yeah, it was a challenging year, even though he was able to get the championship. How we doing down there, Lucas? We're still working out technical difficulties, folks. We'll have our first guest on in just a few moments. Yes, folks, Slammin' Sam, who was just on a few moments ago, In the Groove podcast. Check that out with Outlaw Performance Entertainment. Doug, he says, all forms of drag racing is strong right now. Yeah, I definitely think 2020 was a good year for drag racing. I think 2021 can be an even better year for drag racing, especially if the particular promoters and sanctioning bodies use the momentum to be able to have most of their seasons completed. Unlike many other sports, motorsports, I think, was able to fare fairly well through this COVID time. And we're probably still going to go into a time having COVID, but nonetheless, hopefully we are going to see ourselves as fans of the sport have plenty of races next year, have all the races next year, and that the stands are filled enjoying drag racing. I certainly think there have been new fans come to motorsports, though. So, folks, Lucas had to drop out. He'll work on getting back in, and we'll see what's going on. And Bethany says, love that Sega poster in the background. Man, I love it as well. Wanted to put it up for the show. Got it at Shadyside. Great race at Shadyside. Looking forward to having Gabriel on in just a few moments and chatting with him, the A-Gas winner there at the Shadyside Shootout. We also have clips from the race. Folks, when you're done with the show, if you have not watched on YouTube full eliminations video of Superstock, C-Gas, B-Gas, and A-Gas on the Monday Morning Racer YouTube channel. So go check that out. But yeah, love the work that's being done with the Southeast Gassers. Things just look right. Things just sound right. Things just smell right. It's just right with what they got going on. Quayne Stott has got going on with the Southeast Gassers. It's definitely cool. Well, folks, look, while we're waiting for Lucas to come back in, feel free to drop a comment, interact with me, the host here, Lee Kraft, the Monday Morning Racer, and let's move the show on the road as we're waiting for our first guest to come back in and these technical difficulties get worked out. So, folks, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll see if we can help Lucas out, and we're going to have a word from fuelinjectorservices.com. If you're out there in the racing world and you need your fuel injectors fixed, checked out, or even your daily driver, these are the guys to take a look at. FuelInjectorServices.com. It's essential that your fuel injectors perform at their peak, whether you're in your daily driver or high horsepower race machine, for you to get the most out of your vehicle. At FuelInjectorServices.com, we maintain precision fuel injectors with cleaning and flow testing, as well as providing the sale of genuine brand name injectors. It can all be done at FuelInjectorServices.com, the home of Flowzilla, one of the largest injector test benches in the country. Check out FuelInjectorServices.com. Veteran owned, racer tested, aerospace refined. All right, Scott Malpass, he asks, what racing are you going to this week? Well, Scott, my plan is I'm not going to be at any race this weekend. Yes, the Monday Morning Racer doesn't plan on being at a particular race this weekend. Here's why. It has been almost 10 or 11 weekends straight of being at a race, and that's been kind of tough. Need to get some things done at the house, and also doesn't mean that there is nothing motorsports or car culture related. I do plan on being at the Roxborough, North Carolina Cars and Coffee. Looking forward to that. So that's where I will be. Doug, yes, I would like to get to a big grudge race. All right, let's try to bring Lucas in right now. Lucas, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. There we go.
I switched around between 3 different devices there, but
oh wow, well we got it done. We got it done. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah. Well, other than trying to figure out tech, how are you doing tonight?
Excellent. Veterans Day was really well. The people here in Phoenix, they were phenomenal and showing their appreciation. So no complaints down here.
Awesome, man. Yes. Look, happy Veterans Day to you. Belated. Thank you for your service in the United States Air Force. For everybody watching, explain to them what you did in the service, man.
So nothing too crazy. I was at Offutt Air Force Base for about 4 years. Just did security over some nuclear components and different aircrafts, along with doing a little bit of law enforcement while I was there. But for the most part, just making sure nobody was messing with the airplanes. And then a short tour over in Oman for about 6 months. And we phased out the Humvees and brought in the MRAP series vehicles out there.
Man, look, you mentioning nuclear components and watching over them. Did you happen to be like the guy on Armageddon and he's like riding it and he's like, I just wanted to feel the power between my legs? Did that happen to be?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you, Lee. So.
Right. One of
top secret.
Definitely. Well, man, look, I love having different individuals from drag racing on, and I think you've got a unique story, a news story concerning the world of drag racing because you were searching for branding partners and you find this guy, Monday Morning Racer, and it works out with Hero Soap Company, which we want to know about the soap a little bit later. But, you're in the Phoenix area around thereabouts, and I go to Phoenix for the Arizona Nationals, and you're like, hey, I'll come out to a race. And I'm like, yeah, come out to a race. And you got to experience nitromethane, NHRA, top fuel, funny car drag racing, and you hadn't experienced that yet. So, man, look, tell us about your nitro baptism.
Yeah, so they doused me in the flames for sure. When I first pulled up there, I had gotten out of my truck and I start walking, and all of a sudden the ground starts shaking and car alarms going off, and nothing like I had ever experienced before. And then to get inside there and be next to those cars, I mean, insane tech that those things run, and the engineering behind them, it absolutely blew me away. And I was pretty much instantly hooked once I saw the first one go down the track.
Yeah, man. So you stood in the Justin Ashley pit, the Davis Motorsports pit, watched them tear that car down, rebuild it under a qualifying situation, which they still do it quickly, but it's not even as quickly as they can do it on a Sunday situation. Yeah, what did you think about the work that goes into NHRA drag racing at that level?
Yeah, I was pretty blown away. My brother was always a gearhead, my older brother, and I was around him quite a bit, watching him tear out engines, put in transmissions, and a job that might take him, a month and a half, it seemed to be doing that in about 2 hours. And the precision that those guys had, it was phenomenal. And I couldn't imagine having that much power, that much precision, and that short of a time to make sure everything's okay. But those guys are magicians, to say the least.
They definitely are. It's amazing what Nitro crew members get done on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the NHRA national events. So, Lucas, you see all of that. We're talking there in the pits, and you're like, man, why don't I put my name on the car with Hero Soap Company? Yeah. So why at all be involved with having a sticker on a Top Fuel dragster? What do you think the pros of it are, in fact?
Well, especially with Hero Soap being such an America brand, patriotic brand, after walking around in the stands out there, it was clear that the audience that was there absolutely loves America. A bunch of blue-blooded guys, and they're the kind of people that I feel like would get behind our mission and help support what we're trying to do out there here. And it actually just seemed like a perfect mix, and I wouldn't have thought it prior to going. So thank you big time for introducing me to the sport and introducing me to Team Ashley. They've been phenomenal to know, be a part of, and work with and talk with.
Yeah, man, you were also at Las Vegas here recently for the finals, and maybe some aspirations one day to even get in one of those cars, apparently, from what you said.
Yeah, no, I was telling Justin, I was like, if you ever need a fill-in, sign me right up. 0 to 300 in just over 3 seconds, that all day. So, yeah.
Yeah, all day, man, definitely. It's an extreme sport for sure, what they're doing out there. So, look, Hero Soap Company, I've got the affiliate program with you, promo code MMR for 10% off on all natural essential oils infused soap by a veteran-owned company supporting veterans. So, what is it that makes Hero Soap Company stand out from all the other all-natural soaps? And talk to us about the ties of supporting other veterans here after Veteran Day.
Yeah, so Hero Soap, we use all natural goat milk soaps. We use some of the finest essential oils you're able to find. A lot of people don't really think too much about that when they're putting soap on their skin, but a lot of different soaps will have fragrances and a load of chemicals, and our skin's just absorbing that nonstop. So, I mean, most people taking a shower 1-2 times a day, and that's just constant influx of chemicals that we're putting in there. And with the essential oils, you're really giving your skin a treat every time that you're taking a shower by giving it what it wants. It'll clear up, looks healthier, cleaner, brighter skin. And then our mission. So we started out initially focused just towards getting homeless vets off the street. And we started working with a couple random veteran charities, and we were blessed to come across Operation Finally Home, who specifically goes out, partners with home builders, and they build mortgage-free homes for veterans, a lot of homeless ones at that, and just kind of doing our part every day to try and get these guys off the street. They gave us an amazing sacrifice, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years of their life, and it's the least we could do to make sure that they're taken care of when they're back home.
Definitely, man. Folks, look, we've got Gabriel down there in the studio. We're going to be bringing him on in just a few moments, our second guest tonight. Lucas, before we let you go, look, tell us any special deals, what's out there with the holidays coming up, someone to get for the man and even the gal in their life while also supporting veterans and being patriotic from Hero Soap Company.
Yeah, so we just recently launched our Freedom Box. It's 4 soaps, comes in this beautiful American-made box with a topographical map put underneath it. Excellent for Christmas, excellent Thanksgiving gift for any of the veterans in your family or anyone who just loves America. That, and then we recently just launched our body wash line. I know not everybody's a bar soap kind of guy, but those are out, made with the same great chemical-free process of essential oils and soaps. And yeah, come check us out. You'll love it, and your skin will thank you.
Yes, look, folks, he's not kidding. I love my Hero soap. I definitely love all the mint stuff. I love mint, period. But anything mint y'all have done, the woods, I really love the earthiness of the woods. I've got to ask though, will we have a nitro
Ooh.
soap in the future?
You know, why not? What day's the season kicking off next year?
Oh, it's going to kick off Gator Nationals. I believe it's March 31st, around there, end of March in Gainesville, Florida.
I think we can put something together, kind of a special blend to help kick off the season.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Nitro all natural soap. Don't hit it with a hammer, though. Well,
love it.
Lucas, look, thank you for being on. Thank you for your perspective. And yeah, hopefully one day maybe in the driver's seat, but definitely continue to support drag racing. We appreciate it, man.
Awesome. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Folks, the owner of Hero Soap Company, go check out Hero Soap Company. Remember the promo code MMR for 10% off. Check out those deals that they've got going on because, hey, holidays are right around the corner. We're in the midst of a pandemic. Need to stay clean, folks. Might as well stay clean and it be all natural and you feel good doing it. Let me explain to you, let you in on a little secret. When you use the peppermint, the cool peppermint, yeah, it's like being on a mountain bare butt naked. It feels great. Great. Yes, we'll go beyond that and back to drag racing. But yeah, go check out Hero Soap Company. So after this word from, strutmasters.com, we're going to have the most recent A-Gas winner on from the Southeast Gassers.
Looking for the perfect do-it-yourself air suspension kit for your truck? Strutmasters has got it. Our complete heavy-duty air suspension kit comes with everything you need. It bolts right in with no modifications. You can have it all. Heavy-duty hauling and towing performance and the smooth ride you crave. Get a complete air suspension kit for your pickup at strutmasters.com or call us at 866-597-2397.
Dear King 48, did I miss the Gabriel Burrell interview? Well, no, you didn't because Gabe's right here. Gabriel, man, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Man, I am awesome. I'm stellar. Well, look, for folks that may not know who you are, please just give us a little bit of your background, age, location, and, you know, at the end there, talk to us about that beautiful hot rod you've got behind you, the Southern Flyer.
My name's Gabriel Burrell. I'm from Western North Carolina. I'm just turned 33 Tuesday. I've been racing with the Southeast Gassers 5 or 6 years, campaigning in A-Gas. This is really our breakthrough year this year. Had Robbie Bird and Jack Mills come on board and really help pick things up and put us up front. And we got this 31 Ford ready to go this year, and it's really been putting on a show his last 4 races.
Definitely been putting on a show. It was great to watch you out there in A-Gas defeating the competition. All right, so Gabe, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take you round by round, and we're going to talk about the action from this past Saturday night at Shadyside, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, let's look at round 1. Man, what a ride. What a ride. So look, talk to me about racing at Shadyside. That is a time capsule of a drag strip. And it looks like it's a pretty wild place to be in such a ill-handling hot rod and all the wheel stands and, you know, jamming the gear. So what's Shadyside like?
Shadyside's a trip back in time. It used to be run the other direction on dirt. Now we run up the hill. Well, it's flat, but it goes up the hill at the end of the track. 8th mile, narrow, southern racetrack. Prep's great, but the track leaves a little bit to be desired as far as width as for the ill handling A-gas cars. It dances around the track. There's not a lot of room for error, but when you get down, it makes you grin. So I love Shady Side. It's my hometown track. It's where we test at. It's where I'd love to race at every race if I had a choice.
Well, you won there. I'm sure you would like to race there every time, and you get the testing in. Well, that's cool that you're able to pick up the win there at your hometown track. You definitely want to do that. Let's go ahead and dive into round two. All right, there, round two, that beautiful Southern Flyer taking the win. From what I understand, you've got John Cossey power under the small hood. Is that true?
That is true. John went through the engine mid-season for us. We had some issues here and there, and just really wasn't performing how we'd wanted it to. And we talked to John, and he said he was willing to take the project on board. So we took him a bucket full of parts, and he sent us the engine back, and it's flawless as far as we're concerned. As far as how it runs, it's perfect. You couldn't ask for any more. Turn it 9,500 and it never misses a beat.
Right. He definitely knows what he is doing. He propelled Johnny Placino to an Extreme Pro Stock championship in the PDRA, and they were also able to win at Indy in the NHRA with John Cossey power. So he knows what he's doing on the mountain motor side of things, and certainly in the Sega realm as well with your beautiful machine and going out there and winning. We do have an individual ask, just to make sure, just to clarify, is it 8th Mile drag racing there at Shady Side?
Yeah, Shady Side's all 8th mile. They don't even have quarter-mile cones. It's probably a little over a quarter mile to the bank at the back of the track. It's strictly 8th of a mile track. And to add a little bit about the I lost my mind. Well, I was trying to thought now. That round you just showed, that was the round where Steve Davis, which was the guy we've been chasing all season in the A-Gas points lead, that was the round where we finally capitalized on putting him on the trailer to be able to achieve what we achieved by the end of the race as far as catching up in the points. So that was a huge round win for us.
Stellar, man. Yeah, we've had in the comments Rocky Platt. He mentions here Gabriel has worked so hard and put his time in to be at the top of A-Gas, and it will come down to the final race for a championship. So, how tight is it? What is the structure of the points? What are y'all looking at round by round? What's it going to take to get the championship coming up for the last race there at Emerald Coast, I believe?
As of right now, me and Kenneth Phillips, the Silver Streak Corvette, are tied for one. I got to go one round farther than he does. Steve Davis in that spinny Chevy 2 is 2 rounds or 3 rounds out, and Leslie Horn in the Chick Magnet 55 is 2 or 3 rounds out. So there's realistically 4 cars that have a chance to win going into Florida. So it's a fairly tight race as far as I'm concerned.
Stellar, man, that you've got these cars that are mimicking such a long gone period in drag racing, and the competition is that close and that tight. A hallmark of Sega. Hey, Dale Hoadley asks this, is that an all steel car? So yeah, is it all steel there with the Southern Flyer?
Everything is steel minus the front and rear fenders and the small hood and the grill shell.
Well, there you go. That's a lot. That's a lot to stick the magnet to for sure. All right, let's move on to round 3, semifinal action here. So talk to me about that one. Your opponent, who were you up against? And they got out on you there just a little bit, and you had to come around and get the win. So what was happening in the wheelhouse on that run there, Gabe?
That was Dean Jonas, a longtime fabricator for Tommy Mooney. He's been building. He's Tommy's 10-man. Tommy's everything as far as I know for 30 years now. Great fabricator, great racer. I had a whole shot, but the car spun a lot more than we anticipated. The track had cooled off, and it didn't take what I thought it would. By end of first gear, he had a car length on me, but luckily, come to find out, he had a little bit of bobble going into second, and that was all it took. And we come back around, and we had enough horsepower from John to stay ahead, and we did.
Well, man, we're about to look at the final round. Talk to me about your thoughts. You are going up against Silver Streak, that beautiful Corvette, and a potent car out there in the Southeast Gassers Association. And as you just explained, you've got the points implications. So, you want to get up on him and, move further in the points. So take us into the cockpit before the final round. What was in your mind?
A lot of stuff. It wasn't a good place to be. As much as you try to block stuff out of your mind, you need to outrank Kenneth if you want to win the points. That this is do or die as far as winning Southeast Gassers points. He's 5 points ahead going into the finals. I need to at least tie him up before the last race to have a good fighting chance. And his car was faster than mine all day. We made a couple big changes before the finals, and they paid off, but he still had a little more than we did, but he had a mistake that we didn't, so.
Well, there on the red light, you pick up the win at your home track, as you've already expressed. So, Gabriel, why Sega? Why go through the effort of putting a car under the stringent rules and racing on, really an old school format and way? Why do it with Sega? Why do it this way?
It's the most level playing field for a heads up, no breakout, Pro Tree stick shift class in the world. If you don't like old school cars, it doesn't even matter. If you like heads up stick shift racing, there's nowhere that you can go race anywhere close to like Quayne Stott's made with his rule set. We've got small block Fords racing big block Chevrolets, racing W-head Chevrolets, racing Pontiacs, racing small block Chevrolets, racing big block Fords. There's just all kinds of things out there, but the rule set is there. Weight brakes are in place. Everything's there so that you can race dead nuts even all the way to the finish line with all these different combinations. Whatever you want to run is legal if it was made back then, and the rules are set in place that if you're better than he is, you can win. If you're not, then he's going to win. It comes down to the driver, the combination, and the whole total package. And it's just a challenge, I guess, is the whole reason that all these guys are coming in droves wanting to race here.
For sure, definitely a challenge. Driving these cars, y'all are having to wheel them. You're having to shift them. It is definitely a challenge. Quayne Stott, the owner-promoter of Sega, he comments, and he's made mention that you could just put about anyone in a modern-day pro mod, but definitely in Southeast Gas Association, the best drivers are going to rise to the top. He mentions this. If Kenneth can win the points, he will be the first ever Sega World Champion to go back-to-back. He was champ in 2019. So, man, what do you think your chances are going down to Florida, Emerald Coast, that track, and, stopping someone from coming back-to-back champion?
I don't know what my chances are, but I would like to think mine are at least as good as his. I mean, we're tied up going in here. It's round to round what's going to matter. And he's never raced there. I've never raced there. As far as I know, neither of us have raced in Florida. The closest we came was Montgomery, Alabama, 4 or 5 years ago. It's all new for both of us, but I have a great understanding of my car, have a great crew, great backup girl, great Billy Ison behind me, put me back in the groove. Jack Mills and Robbie working on the car between rounds, my dad helping out. I mean, we just got the perfect crew. I think our odds have to be great.
The odds are great. That's good to hear, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the story come out of Florida of a championship battle down to the wire. So you mentioned the backup girl, obviously something that's pretty cool in Southeast Gassers Association. The ladies have been able to become involved and kind of become stars in and of themselves. So, yeah, who's helping you out there on the line to get in the right track, to go down the track?
My girlfriend, Katie, started on, in reality, about the time we got our Kazi engine, so she's been here for this whole roller coaster we've had the last 4 races. 3 wins, 4 finals. Just everything went perfect for us. So she may be my good luck charm. We've been telling her the last couple of races.
Well, you're going to have to keep her around then, man. You're going to have to keep her around.
Oh, yeah. We might have to pay her to go to Florida, but she's coming either way.
Get her down there. Get her down there. So Waterbug85 from YouTube asked this. Pretty good observation. First 3 rounds you were in the left lane. Were you worried in the final being in the right lane? So, yeah, did you favor one particular lane, felt more comfortable?
The left lane, I thought, definitely had a slight advantage all day. If you listened in the final video there, you could hear me doing a dry hop in the right lane. I was just trying to figure out exactly what it would take. It took what I was hoping it would, so I was really ready when we were staged. I thought we had as good a shot as Kenneth did when we staged because it took what I tried to give it. So I was happy going into the finals.
Well, man, you were happy in going into the finals, and you got that win. Now, the Southern Flyer is a beautiful hot rod you've got back there. Love that car. Definitely folks in the stands that are the fans, they love the car as well. It's definitely great eye candy. But it's not your only car from what I have been able to see. There was something previous. Is that the case?
Yeah. My first Southeast Gassers car was a 63 Falcon Sprint that I campaigned for 4 or 5 years. It was a good car. It just left a little bit to be desired when the A-gas classes kept getting faster and faster with every year. It left a little bit to be desired. The car was built to run 650s, and it was out of its element. In reality, when we got down to, faster and faster, it was out of its element.
Gotcha, man. Well, look, I'm going to put you on the spot. Your fellow competitors, what do you have to say to them heading down to Florida that they need to be on the lookout for the Southern Flyer?
I'm not real big on bragging. We've been in the shop tonight working. That's why I'm out here. We've been out checking over the car with a fine-tooth comb. We went front to back, ran through everything we know to run through. We're coming with the sharpest knife we've got and expect them to come with the sharpest thing they have. So we'll see what we can do when we get there.
All right. I like that. A humble man going to, put it out on the track and do it there and not by the word of mouth. That's good. That's good. I like that. Well, man, look, we hope that you do great down there in Florida. I hope that it is a championship battle that goes right down to the final round. And, hey, you may very well be the champion in A-Gas. We will see. And if you are the champion, we'll have you right back here on Between the Slicks, and we'll talk about the year and let folks know about Southeast Gassers Association right here. Gabriel, thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, they can jump on southeastgassers.com or their Facebook page. Check out everything and anything they've got any questions about. If anything wasn't answered there, Quainstott's always available to answer their questions. It's the best racing organization going on right now today, in my opinion. And anybody who's interested in heads up, no breakout, small tire stick shift racing, there's nowhere better to be.
Completely agree, man. It's the real deal. Again, sir, thank you for your time, and congratulations on the win at the Shady Side Shootout.
Thank you so much.
Folks, look, if you have not caught a Southeast Gasser Association race, you definitely have got to do it. I was able to catch my first one this past weekend. I'd seen them in exhibition mode, But Quayne Stott, they're doing a great job with this group of racers. The action was nonstop, and when it did stop, they told you why, and they gave you a time, and they stuck to the time. And the cars are great. The drivers are great. The Shady Side Dragway had a at plus capacity crowd, apparently their largest crowd for Shady Side ever, from what I can gather. And they were running out of places to park people. It was standing room only. It was a great thing to see. And talking about seeing it, you can see the full elimination video by myself, Monday Morning Racer, on the YouTube channel. Be sure to keep a lookout for the Southeast Gassers video on the event. They'll definitely give you a little bit more information and another perspective on what happened there at Shady Side. But check out the Monday Morning Racer Shady Side Shootout film there on the Monday Morning Racer YouTube channel. Last thing that I want to mention tonight, I picked up this Hot Wheels of the Southeast Gassers. It's the wagon. Cool green wagon. Got the injectors. It's out hanging, it's riding high there in the front. And it's a special Hot Wheels that they have had produced. And look out, tomorrow I will begin to give this away for free. It's going to be a free giveaway on the Twitter account, Monday Morning Racer on Twitter. Be on the lookout for this and how you can win this Southeast Gassers Hot Wheels car. To Lucas, to Gabriel, to my partner on the Power Hour on Competition Plus, Slammin' Sam, thank you for being on and making this episode, this 22nd episode of Between the Slicks, successful. And to you, the fan, as Sam says, great one, Lee. I enjoyed watching Power Hour. Yes, you need to watch Power Hour. John Force, Stevie Fast Jackson is coming on. I'll throw this in. Let's see. What do you think of JFR taking the full NHRA season off MMR? So I'll answer that, Waterbug. Look, I do not know the internal nature of John Force Racing. And if John Force, as long as he's been in the game, looked at 2020 and said, all right, I don't think I'm going to be able to really give my sponsors the best bang for the buck. I don't think we're going to be able to be out there safely. I don't think we're going to be able to be out there and compete at the highest level with all of this going on. I'm fine, and I support the decision that John Force Racing made to set this year out and get all the ducks in a row and come out swinging for 2021. We're not going to have him make an announcement anytime soon. It's not going to happen on Power Hour. But I do expect that you will see John Force Racing back in 2021. You got to take care of your sponsors. You got to take care of those relationships. And that's what they are. They are relationships. And you don't want to burn any bridges taking too much out of the pot on a year that wasn't going to give the ROI, the return on investment that these relationships and these partners are expecting from professional levels of drag racing. So I commend them for making a decision like that. And I am glad, honestly, that in the top level of drag racing with the NHRA now Camping World Series that we were able to hear some other stories beyond John Force Racing. We were able to see people rise in Top Fuel without Brittany and Austin Prock there. We were able to see the battle between Don Schumacher Racing, whether you like it or not. It was pretty cool to see these top-level drivers, Tommy Johnson Jr., Ron Capps, Matt Hagan, Fast Jack Beckman, duke it out throughout a sweeping year for the championship coming down to the last race. So I liked the storylines that were produced with John Force Racing not being there. Granted, I hope to see him in 2021. Well, folks, we'll end with this. Quayne Stott, thanks for the support, Lee. Quayne, thank you for your support. And only better days ahead for the Southeast Gasser Association. And looking forward to my next one, whenever that is. Folks, till next time, God bless and keep the pedal